Okay, welcome everybody back. Thank you so much for all the support. The response to the previous videos, the Truck Series season has been fantastic. Unfortunately, I could not get some of the things I wanted to get to work. I could not bring back the result from the Dover race, as strange as that all was. I could not bring that back for some reason or another. I don't exactly know why, honestly. So I just made the decision in the interest of doing something different, having more fun. I don't really like the fact that the AI on there, um, when you put them at a level that you can compete against, there's such a parity among the teams. So we're doing this. We're going to do a road to the top of, I guess, road racing, as you'd say, type of series. And I hinted at this a little bit previously. So we are going to start out. This is race number 1, the Formula V. It's a short, I think, 7-race season, short races. We're going to start out like this, like a club level event, and we're going to progress through 9 different seasons, I guess, or series, as you want to take it, however you want to spin that. 9 different opportunities, I should say, if people want me to drive their race cars on my way through to top levels of motorsports, I guess you could say. So this is series number 1 here in the Formula V at Oran Park. So we're running the South layout. It's kind of like the club series. That's going to just be kind of the gist of this first season. Fairly inexperienced drivers. A couple are going to be good, but a lot are going to be, rather inexperienced. So that's kind of what's up. I ran a few practice laps just to make sure everything works, make sure the setup wasn't ridiculous or anything. So we are ready to go right into qualifying. 1-lap qualifying and 15-minute races is what this first season is going to be. So I don't really have expectations for it, but let's just say this is my personal team. The series is going to travel a little bit as far as this race obviously being in Australia, but other races are in the United States, the UK, other series venues. So we'll visit those as we go. This first race is obviously in Australia. I don't know how long these are going to be exactly, but they shouldn't be too terribly long. So maybe we'll get more than one of these up, or we'll have one a day or something, as I just binned it. I did the exact same thing in practice on my first lap of practice too. I don't know. I don't know what it is through there. Just cold tires, maybe. But either way, so it was fine after that. I did the exact same thing and didn't hit the wall and just continued on, and everything was fine. So 15-minute races, we shouldn't need pit stops or anything. So yeah, we'll just go about this as if this is my personal team, and we're going to do some club racing here in this first season. So I don't exactly know what the competition is going to shake out like or how it's going to play out, but what's important is we have fun and try to run well, and then hopefully we'll get invited into a further up series for the subsequent season. This is a fun little track. I like this track. It's grown on me. I don't like this car. I know there was a lot of hype around this car. It was being released as a new entry-level car, kind of alongside the MX-5 and some of the Sprint series they had, that type of thing. But I am not personally a fan of it. I don't think it's fun to drive. I don't think it's a good beginner car. Those might be personal issues for me. Not anything having to do with the car or anything else. I know Empty Box, Matt, loves it. Thinks it's quite a fun car, enjoyable, which it may be, and it probably is if you race in the right circumstance. I have faith in other drivers, or be a love of this type of racing myself. Aren't a lot of gear shifts or anything. It's kind of like, I guess it's kind of like a worse Mazda is how I kind of think of it, the old way. So, I don't know. We'll see how this race goes. We'll see how the series kind of goes as we move along here. So, first lap, qualifying lap in the books. 48.91. I surprised myself. I was only able to do 49.1 in my testing warm-up, however you want to say. So, wow, apparently I found a little something. Maybe this track temp's a little cooler. Maybe that's what it is. A little cooler track temp. Regardless, apparently we're on the pole here, which I guess is good for our hopes of running well and getting recognized. I don't know why I did rolling start for these entry-level series. But apparently it's nice to see that Dale Earnhardt Jr. has decided to drop out of his role as broadcasting the NASCAR Cup Series and Xfinity Series and move down to run the Formula V World Championship, whatever this is, and apparently is worse than some of the iRacing employees. So that's where we're at here. It's short 15-minute race, very short race, so we shouldn't need pit stops or anything of that regard unless we have a big crash or something, which I don't anticipate. But so hopefully this is nice. It's a nice little series, short races, and hopefully it's beneficial to move us up through the ranks. So this race obviously is Oran Park. I think we go to Oldham Park after that, followed by the Summit Point Jefferson Circuit for 2 rounds. I don't remember the whole schedule. I made this a while back, so I say a while back, the other day. But hopefully it's a good series, a good race, and see how we have with some of the best Formula V drivers in the world. Apparently the green comes out immediately and we're going to get friggin' swamped here. That is not good. Okay, dude backed out. Good. I don't know what their skill level is going to be, what they race like. I don't even know how to race these cars against other people, honestly, so. Just going to let dude go into turn 1 here. Literally my first time ever racing or anybody in this car. When it first came out during week 13, I ran a couple practice laps at Laguna, like 4 practice laps, and hated it and said never again. But here I am, so. Again, I know that my quality is not going to be very good, so I apologize about that. It's been interesting how that's been working out, so I'm trying things to fix it. I hope it's okay. But in the meantime, I can't do a whole lot about it at this very moment if it's not fixed for right now. So, okay, 1 lap down. That took less than a minute. We're probably going to get 16 or 17 laps here in this race. I don't know how much tow there is in these cars, probably almost none because there's almost no aero. Tony Gardner taking a big stab up the inside of turn 1. Hit that pass. We're going the wrong direction here. Of course, this is only race 1 and probably the track that I have the least experience on out of all of these tracks. So I guess the hope would be, God, we could drive right up on someone's ass apparently. I guess the hope would be here that we get in the zone and get decent points and continue to improve from here. So I guess that's going to be kind of what we're aiming for, is running towards the front of the pack here. Good exit there. That was good. Hopefully we can get a little bit of a draft, even though these cars don't have hardly any body work. Apparently we're drafting up on the leader here. A little bit of a protect there. We move around the. See if we can make this pass. We're going to go too wide through here. No, we're not, because I'm not a dumbass. All right. This is terrifying. I don't know this car. Apparently we can brake much later than the AI through there. I don't know the car well enough, or really the track, to be able to dial this in. And the problem is the one corner that's good for braking, I guess, or that's decent, I'm not confident in turn 1 under brakes, so it's not ideal. Trying a late apex there, but I just don't have the center roll or the entry roll to be able to make that work right now. Big defense right there from Jay, who I don't know, another random staff member that I don't know. Interesting, maybe Tony will try to go around the outside again there. That was a little better there for me. Just trying to make that work. Didn't work last time, we're going to try to set him up for this next corner. Oh, a little too wide there. I tried to carry more speed and it didn't work, believe it or not. Alright, we'll reset, rehash. Again, not concerned that much about our actual positioning. This is a club event series. Maybe I should have had something where it's an invert from the previous race results or something. I don't know what the plan will be. The play will be there. So, as it stands, we'll just have a similar format here. 1 lap qualifying, 15-minute race for all these races. Just quick things, so hopefully it won't be too nuts. That was actually a good lap there, but I ran off track, so. Oh, shoot. Oh, that's not good. Back down to 10th, that's not good at all. The one time I try to go in decently hard, I overcook it, and that's that, so. See if we can sneak up inside of Drew here. Oh, this is going to end very badly. Okay, he's going to get back by me there. We're going to do some hustling here to make up this time. Oh, and I ran right in the back of him like a scrub. That was not ideal. Big protect here. This has not gone very well, has it? So I guess we're like a third of the way through the race now. We're going to definitely have to do a little bit of a recovery drive here. Maybe if we're going to be at a big disadvantage here from a points perspective. Again, I'm just overcooking it just a little bit. I carried speed, didn't really work. There we go. Force him out there on the flat part of the racetrack and chase after Stevie Rees. Again, I think it's Christopher Bell's spotter. That might not be correct. I think that's Christopher Bell's spotter. That was better. There we go. That's more of what we need. That's the line we've been working for. Leaders are all the way up in the last corner there, so we're not going to be fighting up at the very front anymore in this one, unfortunately. But it's still decent points. It's still 1 point per position, and club racing, that's how it goes sometimes. You just make mistakes and fall back. So it's okay. 48.56. Where's fifth? We get the fifth. In there, I thought about pulling out in front of Dale Jr., but that would have been not good, so we didn't do that. I think we can pass these 4 or 5 cars up in front of us here, so. If we have the time to go up there and get them, as we run a little bit wide, we're still okay. If we have time, then we'll be okay. A little bit wide there, but still managed to get an okay exit. Okay. I'm not even looking at the clock. I'm not concerned. I don't know how much. I don't know exactly how many laps we're going to get, so we're just going to go to the Phyllis's top, essentially. There we go. A little too much curve there. The back end started to come around a little bit, but we're about 2.6, 2.7 behind Steven here, so cut that down for sure. Hopefully we can continue to cut that down. Use all the racetrack. Cut that about half that margin there, so 48.53 that time, so good pace it looks like so far. I'm not sure we have the time to catch up the cars here. You know, if they hold each other up, never say never, so. Pace is good. If, you know, mistakes happen like that, I figured this would be a difficult track for me. Not only do I literally car all on the track, very limited laps here. I've gotten some in the Kia and the Pontiac, but literally no laps in this car anywhere ever other than 2-siders at Laguna and hated it, so. That's a good lap as well. Another half second or so, not as good as the previous one, but at least we were able to catch the group in front as well. Still just about 5 seconds, 48.40. I guess Steve just picked it up because obviously I ran a little faster. We do know we're getting at least 16 laps because the lap is under a minute. It's a 15-minute race, so we got a little bit of time here yet. Let's go for it down the inside here in the last corner. Try to outleg him. Can't do it there. See if we can chase him across here for the toe. I was going to pull a dummy, but I don't know if that's a good idea or not. Probably not. There we go. That's what we needed. This is good racing. I enjoy this. It's going to hurt us catching everybody else, obviously, but it is enjoyable at least. So there's that. We start on the pole. We're probably going to get like a horrible amount of points. That's not ideal. But there we go. Much better exit. So we can take this one down to turn 1. A couple laps left to catch some of these guys in front. Can't complete it though, and we're going to be stuck out here on the outside. Hard over the curb. Not ideal, a little bit of wheel banging. And we try again, so obviously decent matchup here, trying to fight for this position. Ran right in the back of him again there, I just didn't feel like lifting. Alright, we do have a little bit of lap traffic up ahead here. Let's see how that plays out. Those are only 20 cars, so there's one off. Oh, yellow flag, that was strange. Oh jeez, okay, that was not good. I think we have a fatality there on that one. I killed the poor man. I did. I definitely just murdered him to death. I think that might be bad. Tyler Hudson looks to have had a spin. Probably going to have a 5-place grid penalty for the next race or something, because that was not good. That was an actual death, unfortunately. We do have about 4 laps to go, maybe more. Probably 4 laps. So we got a couple spots there, but it came at the expense of Tyler Hudson's car breaking and the man's life. Wow, I don't think I've ever seen a car flip like that. I don't know what kind of physics are on this thing, but holy cow. Of course, we got passed by some of these back. Oh, and dude stopped in front of me and I killed him as well. Yikes. I'm definitely going to be reprimanded for this after this race. I don't know why he braced so much, but not an excuse to kill the man. Definitely far behind now, so not a great start to the season here, I'm going to be honest. Poor Steve Reese, I guess Mr. Bell's going to have to get a new spotter there, because that was not pretty. This car is interesting. I like this track, I do. This car is not sure if it's ideal for this track. I'm sure we have fairly significant damage now, but keep your foot in it. Alright, so we've had we have 1 major crash and 2 spins and incidents. 2 laps to go. Can we catch these guys? Probably not. Unless there's some kind of mess here. Tyler Hudson's leaving the pits. He's going to end up right up in front of this battle here. Slow down a bit exit, so maybe something's on here for 9th place, which would be okay points, I guess. And we're going to just have to run really well in these remaining races. Let's not go 3 wide through here. That would not be ideal. Drew is down here by Stevie as well, coming out of the pits. Are we going to get the white flag right here? We are not, so we do have time. There's 2 laps left to maybe get up to 8th place where we should have been this entire time. And then some, but alright, so this has been a good little race here. Let's see what we can do at the end of it here to try to grab one more spot for Mr. Drew Adamson. This guy's just getting out of our way. I've already killed him, so he knows that, you know, dangerous man right here. I should probably bail out. And does, thankfully. Of course, we are not number 4 in this car because I very, very rarely, so we don't have a number placement, so we're going to be 64 here. Probably in all these series, pretty much. Alright, 1 second, 1 more lap to go. If John gets in front of him just a little bit, we might have a chance at the last corner, maybe. Doesn't take much in these cars. Braked me. That was wild. I was trying to focus really hard and see if I could find a hole, and I was getting to the point where I was worried about braking that late. He braked later yet, so good defensive driving there, and looks like we're going to be in 9th place. So that was not ideal, to say the least. We only killed 1 man, though. I want to go see what what lap that was, what happened. That was just, I don't even know what that was. Tony Gardner ended up winning from 4th on the grid. Had a J, so he ended up getting past J. That's good. All right, let's see where we killed man here. Find me. I'm in a nice rainbow colored car. Down the turn 1 side by side. Okay, we got the slow car coming back on track there. I had 15 incidents in that race. That's not good, folks. That is not good for any race, much less a 15-minute race, but that's pretty par for probably the people that drive these cars in these short races. Yep, got sideways, corrected into him, bounced wheels, and he went flying off into the stratosphere. So yeah, that is definitely a thing. Not ideal, but that's okay. So yes. All right, let's see what the highlights say here for this one before we wrap up race number 1. Yep, New South Wales, blah, 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 qualified first, didn't equate to victory, 9th place. Yeah, I didn't run the practice, yes. Race didn't work out that way, fell 8 positions, finished 9th. 9th is what we want, but those are the breaks sometimes. Yes, I killed everybody. Good grief. Okay, so that's what's up, I guess. Yeah, it happens. I'm going to try to make sure we get race results for all these races. That would be ideal. So, all right, next episode, I'll look where the next race is. Next race is at Oran Park, Foster, so the short version that PCC ran in the past. So hopefully that's a good event. So thanks everybody for watching this first race, and until next time, bye.